Hi, friends. So back in April, I started writing a blog post about the importance of energy management. And because I was so busy, it was my busiest month of the year, I kind of put it on the shelf and I didn't finish it. And I'm unexpectedly home at the time that I am recording this because I just experienced a loss, and it wasn't necessarily unexpected, but it still hurts. And I'm not ready to talk about that in this context yet, but I figured I would make my video on the importance of energy management to go with the blog post. Um, so, as someone who experienced a burnout from a job that I loved, I know how important it is to manage my energy so I can do the job that I have now. Actually, I have many jobs, but like I love all of them and I want to be able to do them. And it's actually in my contract. If I'm not healthy and fit to do my job, I need to reach out for support, which is what I did this week. And they were wonderful and got someone to step in and assist, which I'm grateful for. But anyway, in this blog post, I have 5 tips for energy management, and I'm going to name them all here. But if you want like the nitty gritty details, go to the blog post, which will be coming soon. So the first is to really notice your emotions. I find it really helpful to several times throughout the day check in on something called the mood meter, which is available for free on an app called How We Feel. So you can track over time how your emotions fluctuate and what your triggers are for certain things. Um, Manage your screen time. Like if you're staring at a screen all the time, a little screen, a computer screen, and then a big screen, like a lot of us spend our lives this way. We stare at a computer screen all day, and then to unwind, we're staring at a bigger screen in our television while we're scrolling on our phone. Like it's kind of insane. So notice if you're doing that and see if there's a way to stop. For work, I love something called the Pomodoro technique, where you work in short blocks and then you get up and take a break and walk away from the screen. I've been really benefiting lately from sound healing. I find that, of course, I love meditation, but sound healing in particular really kind of moves things throughout the body. And I've worked with a somatic therapist, and I know a lot of our stress and trauma can live in the body. And so I found sound healing to be a really wonderful modality for moving that energy. And there's lots of free sound healings on Insight Timer, and you can find them in a lot of community spaces as well, yoga studios, salt rooms, etc. So if you can go to a live one, that's the best. But there's tons of free stuff on Insight Timer. Next, find community. So when I was years ago, pre 2020, like working and traveling like crazy, most nights I would hole up in my hotel room because I always felt like I had so much work to do. And that can be the case today too, but I'm really trying to use that Pomodoro technique to do what is essential, um, so that I can step out of the hotel room. Not every night, because that gets exhausting too, but I'll go to a yoga class or a sound healing. I'll go to a bar, right? And if it doesn't have to involve drinking, like I like to have a drink at the end of the day. I found that bartenders can make amazing therapists, but it doesn't have to be about drinking. Just get out, do something, make a friend, meet someone. Um, and then finally, sleep, which is something that I've struggled with my whole life. And there's lots of different habits you can implement for sleep hygiene. I'm not always good about them. But something I learned from my dear friend Tori, who I work with as an herbalist, is lavender oil on your feet before you go to bed. I don't know why it works, but it works. So if you're traveling, or even if you're not, but if you're staying in strange beds, you're gonna have trouble sleeping. Just travel with some little lavender oil. Put it on your feet before bed. Put the screen down, like really put the fucking screen down. And that's what I got. So there's more detail in the blog post. I share this because I want you to love your work. I want you to thrive at work. It's how you make your livelihood, right? And it also provides such a sense of purpose. And when we're in a state of burnout, if we're in a state where we're not understanding and managing our energy, then we're not doing our best work. So that's what I have for today. The blog post will be coming soon. You can go to jenjortnercassidy.com for more. See you next time.